welcome to Conversations with the Empress. I am the Empress. I'm extra. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys today about triggers, right? Triggers are these things that, like, when we get into relationships, triggers are caused by stuff that we haven't healed from past relationships or past trauma. When you could be triggered, you end up taking out unresolved pain on a person that didn't cause the pain to you, didn't cause the trauma to you, I should say. And I'm going to tell you a story about triggers, right? I had met this guy, and decent guy, business owner, very much independent, successful, and for all intents and purposes, a great catch. Okay. So we talked for a little while, and he ended up asking me on a date. He took me on a beautiful date. He had to spend at least like $400 on me for the first date, which was actually pretty good. He told me get whatever I want, totally indulged me and had me in my feminine energy. So the date went well. The next day we ended up talking on the phone, and I think it was a Sunday. And he basically just said to me, "Oh, what are you up to?" And I was like, "Oh, nothing. I'm just thinking." And he said to me, "Stop thinking, it's Sunday. You think too much." So in that moment, I was triggered, and I was like, "Why are you telling me when to think? It's very important for women to think." And I said, "Furthermore, you telling me not to think, and you don't even know what I'm thinking about. I'm not having negative thoughts or whatever like that." So I internalized this and made it into him telling me not to think, which is something that women feel sometimes with men, is that they want us to be seen and not heard. So in my mind, that's the process that I'm having because of my past experiences. And I lashed out at him and told him that he was toxic and just all these different things I said to him because I was mad. And he ended up saying, "You know what, I'm going to let you go. I'll talk to you later." So the day went on, he didn't reach out. And then I had time to think about everything that I was feeling and my reaction in that moment. And I called him to apologize to him because I felt like my reaction was like OD. So when I called him and I apologized to him, he said, "I accept your apology, but I don't really want to see you no more." And I was like, "What?" I'm like, "What you mean?" He was like, "No." He's like, "I accept your apology." He's like, "But you showed me like something I don't like. I don't want to see you no more." So at that point, I had to take the L. Like, I even talked to my mother about it, and I said, "Yeah, I messed that one up. That was a good one, and I messed that one up." Me being able to say I messed that one up in itself is growth, because a lot of times we mess up stuff and then we try to rationalize it to make it seem like we're not the ones wrong in a situation. So in that situation, I was wrong. I apologized. And when you apologize to people, it's up to them to say, yes, they accept your apology, or no, they don't. But he didn't want to deal with it. And part of him not wanting to deal with that is that he had dealt with women that popped off like that on him before when he really had no bad intentions. And he said, "I was just telling you, like, it's a beautiful day. Like, don't think, like, just enjoy the day." And he really wasn't trying to tell me not to think as a woman and all this, but I internalized it as that. So I had to take the L, and it is what it is. He's still a great guy. I hope he finds somebody wonderful. But, it taught me a lot about triggers, and we all have triggers because we all have trauma. But what you need to remember is the person that triggered you is not responsible for your trigger. Once you realize that you're a person that could be triggered by certain things, you then need to delve within self and figure out what happened to you to cause you to be triggered by that thing, and then deal with that. Because when you deal with the cause, then the trigger goes away. The problem is we as people largely do not want to deal with our own shit. We want to deal with everybody else's shit. We want to tell people how to do this and do that or whatever. But at the end of the day, we don't even do that for ourselves. And the hardest work that you have to do is the work that you do for yourself. However, it's the most rewarding work, because once you do the work on yourself and you become whole as a person, it just elevates you energetically, emotionally. It makes you happier and all those things. So, when people ask me, how do you just keep going when you face adversity? And how do you just, keep going when a relationship ends? I look at everything like a learning experience. And Sorry, my mouth is dry. I need water. I look at everything like a learning experience, and I try to learn from my mistakes and not make them a second time, because then, you're dealing with karma. You're dealing with the universe saying that you have to learn a lesson again. So I'm at that place in my life where I want to learn from my mistakes. I want to be a better person. I want to do right by people. So, I suggest for everyone to do the healing that they need to do. If you need to get therapy, get it. Therapy is great. I'm actually in therapy right now, and it's been really helping me with a lot of my issues. I actually wish I would have got therapy a lot sooner. I mean, I had therapy when I was a teenager, but that's different. Therapy as an adult is, something that can really add to your life and make you a better person. But when you have those triggers and you have issues and trauma that you don't heal from, you're going to consistently damage people. You're going to consistently sabotage every good thing that comes into your life without you even realizing it. Take a look in the mirror. Look at your past relationships, past friendships, past jobs, past situations that you've been in, and really take a hard, honest look at it and do the work on yourself if it turns out that you played a part, which we normally do. Nothing is always one person. Self-work. It's the most important work you could do in your life. Okay? Get it together. Thank you for your support. If you like this show, you want to see more like it, hit that like, share, and subscribe. Drop a comment, positive or negative. I don't really care. Just drop one. And until then, bye. Thanks for watching. Your support is always appreciated. Don't forget to drop a comment, smash that like and subscribe, and then share. But if y'all want to show some support with them dollars though, throw your girl a Cash App on handle, $EmpressElite. You feel me? Until we meet again, you gonna take these kisses.